Hey everyone, welcome back to LoloCreates. My name is Lauren and this is my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day today, and if not, I hope this video cheers you up. I hope I inspire you through this video, whether it's through the theme or different layouts I do on my spread. Today we're setting up our bullet journals for September. September is one of my favorite months and I wanted to do something special for it. September is always something that I don't really know what to do because I kind of want to do like a back to school theme, or I don't really know what I want to do with it. So this month I decided to go with a diner 1950s vintage theme. So it has a little bit of diner theme elements to it, but it also has some old vintage signs in it, and I think it looks really good, and I love how I incorporated the two themes and kind of meshed them together. If you recreate any of my spreads today or do my same theme, then let me know in the comment section below and on Instagram at Lolo_creates. I can see your photos and I'll like them and comment on them, so let me know. Without further ado, let's just keep on planning. The cover page features a vintage sign with light bulbs on it, and on the left page I drew a 1950s style TV. The colors I noticed for this era were a red or pink, some sort of blue or teal, black, white, and yellow. I went for a darker palette because I thought it fit better with some of the other theme elements I added. I'm really happy with this decision. If you're coloring things in and you go outside the lines, you can always cover it up with some black. I don't show it here, but I added lines with my thicker Pigma Micron so the lines look cleaner in the end. I also added in accents with a white gel pen. I used yellow for some of the lights on top of the September sign. This is kind of like a vintage motel sign. I did go around my letters with a white Pigma Micron just to clean it up a little bit. I don't know how I feel about how I ended up adding the shadows to the September. I do like how I added some white dots to the arrow to clean it up. You can always add in whatever you want to say in the sign below with the now open. I just did 12 to 12, 24 hours. I do clean this page up a little bit later on, and I put happy in those yellow on the left. In the 1950s, they had a lot of diners, and you see like sock hop and everything, so I really wanted to create a diner spread and emulate the flooring and everything. I really wanted to do the checkerboard, and I thought this was the perfect spread for it. So the calendar part is actually a black and white checkerboard. I made sure to skip every other page for this theme because I knew I was going to do a lot of coloring and shading in, and I thought I didn't want the pages to bleed into each other. I have a LoloCreates 1917. The pages are a little bit thinner. Next time I'm definitely using an Archer and Olive journal. I've done a lot of research and I love how thick the pages are and smooth they are. I do recommend that you get a thicker journal if you don't have one yet. The letters I use for diner and growth and everything is very vintage 1950s-esque. I tried to emulate it as much as I could. It does have a little modern twist to it, but I think it looks really cool. And when I added the checkerboard, I skipped every other box. I thought it looked really good, and it's very out there. For September, I was trying to do it in brush calligraphy, but I'm using this LoloCreates brush pen, and it's not the best for getting thick downstrokes. So I did go back in and try to fix it. I do fix it a little bit later on. I'll show you that in my flip through. For the YouTube growth tracker, I decided to do some fudenosuke with my Pigma Micron. You always got to go back to the basics. If you don't know how to brush letter, you can always fake it with fudenosuke. I have a tutorial on that on my channel. It needs to be updated, but it still has some pretty good tips in it. I added drop shadows again on these fun shapes. Make sure to do different shapes so that it emulates the 1950s. A lot of it was having different oblong shapes and squares and these weird plate, almost like an artist palette looking shape. I did add some drop shadows to the letters because I thought it popped more. Again, alternate colors, and that makes it look more 1950s-esque. I love how I did this little Polaroid near the Instagram growth tracker. I think it adds a cute little touch. I did add a drop shadow to my checkerboard. I do fix it up at the end. It didn't come out as straight as I wanted it to, but it still looks pretty good. I also added numbers with my white gel pen. The next page is going to be my monthly playlist spread, and I decided to do a jukebox theme for this page. That's what they listen to music on. The next spread is what to pack. I am leaving for college soon, so I need a list. I decided to take inspiration from a bowling alley sign, and I think it looks really cute. When I colored it in the jukebox, I had a hard time kind of coloring it in without making lines, so I actually went over it with a white gel pen and kind of made it look like it was glowing, which actually I didn't think of doing this when I was first trying to do the jukebox theme, but I'm glad I did it because it adds a little touch to it. On the other side, I started coloring in the little circles with the pack, and then I added little lines for the bowling pins, and that really makes them pop. On the next spread, I decided to kind of keep it simple, except I tilted the boxes, so it's basically a straight up and down vertical theme layout, but I tilted the boxes and made them angled, so it adds a cute little touch. I had a little motel sign up in the corner. I don't recommend using the brush pen side for this. Definitely use the bullet tip. I made the mistake and I had to try and fix it with my black brush pen. I kind of did, but it's not my favorite. On the left side, I did do another brush lettering with that paint palette almost looking shape. I'll show you at the end what it ended up looking like when I fixed it. On the next page, I decided to add these cute little stripes down the side, and kind of cutting into it is the text for the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think this looks really cute. I decided to put an S for Saturday and Sunday because I didn't have another space for it, but it looks cute. This one's kind of inspiration from some signs you'd see. I wasn't originally planning on doing this, but I messed up here and I added some black to this spread. I wanted to just do like red, teal, white, but I messed it up. So I added black in there instead of the white. And I also added some white stripes on top, and it kind of meshes it together almost like how I did the jukebox theme. I think it adds a cute touch. And then instead of doing black letters like I was originally going to do, I added yellow on top. So you'll see that in the flip through. For the next spread, I used those paint palette looking shapes, and I used an angled box for this one. At this point, I didn't know how I wanted to add the days of the week and dates, so I actually leave it blank, and you'll see that in the final flip through how I fix that up. I did color every other one red and teal, and then every other one of those strips on the side is red or teal. And to clean up around the edges, you know, you just add drop shadows. If you mess up, just add a drop shadow. It covers everything up. It makes everything pop, and it makes everything look better. For the next spread, I did this kind of like string-like funky lettering, and again, it's a play on these shapes, and this is a lettering style you might see in the 1950s, kind of with like soda pop or something. And I just alternated up and down, made it kind of funky shapes for the letters. And then the way the boxes were drawn, they weren't square, they were kind of funky shapes. I don't know how I feel about the last box I did on this page, but I can always cover it up with a photo or something. It's kind of growing on me. I wish I would have done it a little bit differently. And for the final spread, I'm going back to school, so I thought it was perfect to have all my professor's information and class information and my schedule all in one place. So I created this little cute class schedule page. I did that serif font with the boxes, and I added some drop shadows. I thought it looked really cute. And here's a final flip through of all my spreads. Again, I skipped a page every other spread so that the marker didn't bleed through. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed filming it. Let me know any theme suggestions you have for next month, or what your theme was for this month. If you'd like to see another bullet journal video from me, you can click the one on the screen right here. I also have some linked in the iCards above and in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys next time, and always remember to keep creating.